So I'm always wondering which is the best system material-wise to cook with. Aluminium, titanium, stainless steel. But this one has a heat exchange. Let's see which one is faster. As you know, I absolutely adore my stoves. I have so many of them. Like, I've one video there that I think I tested 11 alcohol stoves. Look, I won't even go into it. It took me like 15 hours to edit, but I'll link it there. It's worth checking out. But for me, I'm always looking at the most fuel efficient stove linked with the most fuel efficient pot. So whether it's aluminium, stainless steel or titanium, but the design of the pot is always important as well. So trying to find that balance to get the water boiled and be the most fuel efficient, it's always a curiosity of mine. So heat exchangers is something that they've always promoted to be the fastest at boiling water. That's the flux technology, like the ripples on the bottom. They disperse the heat a lot more, so it boils the water faster. So as you can see, I have a good few heat exchangers. They work really, really well. So these would be the benchmark for how fast your water would boil with an alcohol stove. So I wanted to put that to the test. So let's find out. So here is the test. I've used this many a time. This is the fire maple. It's aluminium. It's the heat exchange on the bottom. A brilliant and very lightweight pot. Then I have my Boundless Voyage Titanium pot. So light, and it really, really works well. I really like that as well. I really do. And then I have my relatively new, since Christmas, my stainless steel Stanley pot. Really, really love this. Obviously the stainless steel will be heavier, but it's a nice pot. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to put these in the exact same scenario with the same amount of water, using the same stove to boil them. And we're going to check which one is better. And does heat exchangers really make a difference? So the alcohol stove of choice for this test is the Goshawk Era Burner. I really, really like this. I have a review of it there, but weirdly enough in the review I was calling it Goshawk, which a lot of people found amusing, but it's actually Goshawk. So I decided to use this in the exact same situation with the same amount of water in these 3 pots, and let's see which one is better. So as you can see, these 3 pots, they have measurements on the side of them. So the circumference of the bottom, there isn't much of a difference. You have the Stanley Stainless Steel, which is 80. Then you have the Boundless Voyage Titanium, which is 90. And then you have the Fire Maple Heat Exchange, which is 95. Okay, so we're going to use one of these cups. This is a cup that comes with this Stanley set. We're going to fill the water right up to the line and use the Stanley Stainless Steel measurements as my benchmark. So putting in 2 cups. There we go. And that is 16 ounces, which is 473 milliliters. And that's what we're going to be using in each of the pots. Let's fuel it up. You put a lot of fuel into this. We just have to wait for the Goshawk to prime. I love the flame pattern. It's just absolutely incredible. So I think it's only right that we start off with the fire maple. That is the heat exchange, and that will be the benchmark to beat, because they promote heat exchanges to be the fastest way to boil water. So let's try. So we'll get our 2 cups of water in. It's going to be the same amount of water for each test. And let's see how it goes. I love this Goshawk. I really, really do. It's such a good burner, but it burns a lot of fuel. Starting, here we go. So boil time, 4 minutes and 58 seconds. That's 16 ounces of water. That's good. So next up is the Boundless Voyage Titanium Pot. Really, really like this pot. So let's see how it goes up against what should be the benchmark of the heat exchange. Okay, let's get the test going. Once again, 16 ounces of water going in. And let's see how this gets on. On she goes. Start the timer. This is a titanium pot. Okay, starting to boil. Here we go. Boil time, 4 minutes and 33 seconds. So that is very surprising. Because I've always had it in my head that this is 100% the fastest way to boil water. But this beat it. Now I do understand they're two different materials. So aluminium and titanium, they boast the same kind of heat conduction. I know the titanium will be a lot stronger. That really surprised me because I always have it in my head that the heat exchangers are the way to go. And I know there's several ways you can do this test with different materials. You can get a titanium heat exchange, which I might have to go down that route of doing. So, but for now, this has beat this. Okay, now let's get to the stainless steel. So, this beautifully well built and unbelievably strong, but heavier, stainless steel Stanley pot. I do understand that stainless steel, the heat transfer of stainless steel is a lot better than the likes of aluminium or the likes of titanium. I've noticed that when, say if I was boiling water in this, if the top of the pot had no water, the second the water goes up to it or tips it, it boils and sizzles straight away. So you can see how much it holds the heat. But what you get for the price, you are giving up on the weight. It is slightly heavier, but like their stainless steel is so strong. Not as strong as titanium, and titanium is lighter, but these are so well built. And this is Stanley, so Stanley is a beast of a unit. Okay, let's test this one. In my head, this will be the slowest, but I've already been wrong. So let's see how this goes. Let's get the 16 ounces of water into it and let's get it boiling. I'm presuming that this is going to take the longest. Okay, let's start the timer. I love this pot. And boil time, 3 minutes 52 seconds. So this beat this, beat this. So in my head at the very start of all these tests, heat exchange number 1, this one was going to be second, the titanium. This is 100% going to be last. And now this has become number 1. That's come number 2. And that's last. And I do understand they're different materials. And you can do this test several different ways where this could be stainless steel or titanium. This could be aluminium. This could be titanium. Either. You could mix these around. I do have different heat exchangers there. I have one that is actually a titanium heat exchange. That is the Jet Boil Stash. So I might have to try that because I've got this totally wrong so far. Let's add one more to the party. So this is the stainless steel 1 litre cook pot. Now, I understand I picked this because the circumference in the bottom is 120 millimeters versus this one, which is 80 millimeters. So this is the one that won. I'm presuming if that won, this will do slightly better because the circumference, the heat is hitting it a lot more and it has more width to boil the water. So let's try this. 16 ounces of water. Let's get it on and let's see what it does. Start the timer. Okay, so it looks like that we have a rolling boil at 3 minutes and 48 seconds. So that has done the fastest, but it's because the circumference of the actual pot is more. But again, this has really surprised me, but I like doing it. So I've plenty more on the way, and let me know if you have any suggestions for some tests that I could do, but I have 3 or 4 more on the way. So yeah, that surprised me. Please hit the like button, it's really helping the channel. So thanks for joining me. God, I don't know. We'll talk to you in the next one.